Imagine this. You're in your late 60s or 70s. You've finally reached a point in life where you want to enjoy every moment. The travel, the grandkids, the quiet evenings with your partner. But lately, you've started to notice something unsettling. The spark you once had in the bedroom seems dimmer. The energy you used to count on is slipping away. And what's worse, you're doing everything right. Eating well, staying active, even taking your medications. But here's the surprising truth. What you eat at night might be silently sabotaging your reproductive health, interfering with your testosterone levels, damaging your prostate, and slowly draining your sexual vitality. As a men's health doctor who's worked with thousands of men just like you, I've seen firsthand how certain foods, often considered harmless or even healthy, can quietly disrupt your hormones, circulation, and intimate function when eaten at the wrong time. Stay with me, because in this video, we're going to uncover the foods you must avoid at night if you want to protect your reproductive system, maintain strong erections, preserve prostate health, and keep your vitality sharp well into your 70s and beyond. Before we dive into the foods that can quietly harm your reproductive health at night, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. William, a male health specialist from the United States. After more than 25 years of working in my clinic, where I help thousands of men restore their sexual health naturally, I retired. But I continue to share my knowledge because I have seen what works and, more importantly, what does not work. For decades, I have helped men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and older regain their confidence, improve their erections, strengthen their prostate health, and restore the energy and intimacy they thought they had lost forever. And here's what I've discovered. Your sexual activity isn't just dependent on pills, supplements, or your age. It's closely linked to your daily habits, especially what you eat at night. In a few minutes, I'll reveal important information that will help protect your reproductive system from hidden damage. This one discovery could be the difference between disappointment and satisfaction as you age. So stay with me. It's not complicated, but most men have never heard of it. But first, let me be very frank and straightforward. There are certain foods that, when eaten at night, can silently lower your testosterone levels, irritate your prostate, disrupt blood flow, and eventually weaken your erections. You may not feel it right away, but gradually these nighttime eating habits will sap your vitality like a slow leak in your system. And unfortunately, many men don't realize it until it's almost too late. So before we continue, I want to know where you're joining us from. Write in the comments where you're watching this video, your country, city, or even your age. Let's get to know each other. You are not alone. Thousands of men around the world are also striving to regain their health, and your story matters. Okay, now let's move on and find out which foods to avoid if you want to stay strong, confident, and energetic at any age. My friend, I want to take a moment here to speak to you not as a doctor, but as someone who truly understands what you're going through. You've taken care of your family. You've worked hard your entire life, and now you deserve to enjoy these years feeling strong, capable, and full of life. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this with you. Not to scare you, but to protect you. Because sometimes we make choices with the best intentions, but those choices quietly work against us, especially as we get older. Let me give you a personal example. For many years, I myself would often have a spoonful of honey before bed. I believed, like many men do, that it was a light, natural, and even healthy way to satisfy a little hunger late at night. After all, honey is natural, right? How could something nature may be harmful? But what I didn't realize back then is how different the aging male body reacts, especially to sugar, once we cross into our 60s and beyond. You see, honey, while very beneficial during the daytime, becomes a silent disruptor at night. Here's why. That small amount of honey triggers a sharp spike in blood sugar shortly after consumption. The pancreas immediately responds by releasing insulin to bring the sugar levels down. This repeated stimulation at night quietly interferes with testosterone production, our most critical hormone for sexual function, energy, and confidence. At the same time, these sugar surges can affect your blood vessels, slowly damaging the delicate circulation you depend on for healthy erections and prostate function. I've seen this happen too many times. One of my patients, Frank, 68 years old, retired engineer, came to me frustrated. He was eating well, walking daily, and even taking supplements for his prostate. But his energy was low, his erections were weaker, and his blood sugar was creeping up. When we looked closer, he told me, "Doc, all I do is have a teaspoon of honey before bed. Just something small, natural to help me sleep." That harmless habit was quietly disrupting his hormonal balance every single night. Once we removed that simple spoonful of honey from his nighttime routine, within weeks, his energy improved, his morning erections returned stronger, and his blood sugar stabilized. This is not about blaming you. It's about learning, adapting, and protecting what matters most. And now you understand why even something as pure as honey can become a hidden enemy to your reproductive health when consumed at the wrong time. But honey is just one of several foods we need to talk about tonight. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal even more surprising foods that can quietly damage your testosterone, prostate, and intimate life if you're not careful, especially at night. Stay with me, because knowledge is power, and your best years are still ahead. My dear friend, allow me once again to speak to you from the heart. I know many of you watching this video have walked a long road. You've worked hard, built families, overcome challenges, and now, in these later years, you simply want to feel good, stay independent, and enjoy the time you've earned. And let me say this clearly, you deserve it. You deserve to feel strong, to wake up refreshed, to feel confident in your body, and to enjoy intimacy without worry or frustration. That's exactly why I'm having this honest conversation with you today. Not because I want to frighten you, but because I want to protect you from the same mistakes I've made myself. You see, for many years, even after I retired, I had a habit. In the evening, I would pour myself a small glass of fresh juice. Sometimes orange, sometimes apple, occasionally pomegranate, thinking I was making a wise, healthy choice. It's natural, I told myself. Full of vitamins. Good for my heart. Light on the stomach. But what I didn't fully realize, and what most men our age aren't told, is how dangerous even natural juices can become at night. The problem is this. These juices, while rich in nutrients, are also loaded with fructose, a natural sugar. And when consumed late in the evening, that fructose quickly spikes blood sugar levels. The pancreas is forced to work harder while the body is supposed to be resting. The excess sugar is often converted into fat, especially around the abdominal area, which many of us already struggle with as we age. And here's the dangerous part. Abdominal fat directly interferes with testosterone production, lowering the very hormone we need to maintain energy, muscle, mental clarity, and sexual function. So while we think we're helping our health with a little glass of juice before bed, we may actually be slowly draining the very vitality we're trying to preserve. I say this not to judge, but because I have been there. I made the same mistake. And it wasn't until I changed this simple habit that I began to notice real improvements. Better sleep, stronger morning energy, and yes, more consistency in my intimate life. Please hear me, my friend. At our age, the body becomes much more sensitive to small choices. What was harmless at 40 can quietly work against us at 60 or 70. But with just a little awareness, we can protect our strength for many years to come. Now, before we continue, I want you to stay with me, because a little later in this video, I'm going to reveal the most dangerous fruit you should absolutely avoid at night. This one surprised even me, and I guarantee you'll want to know what it is. Many men are unknowingly eating it, thinking it's helping their health, but in reality, it's quietly stealing their vitality. And once again, I invite you, let's build this community together. Tell me in the comments, at what age did you start paying more attention to your health? Let's share our journeys and support each other, because every man deserves to feel strong and confident no matter his age. Now, in just a moment, we're going to talk about another very common food that many men eat at night, but it may be silently damaging your hormones, your heart, and your intimate health. My dear friend, if there's one thing I've learned in my many years of practice, it's this. Every man who reaches his later years carries a quiet kind of wisdom. You've seen life's beauty, its hardships, its victories, and its losses. And now, you deserve clarity, not confusion, about how to care for your body in this precious stage of life. That's why I want to talk to you today about something most men have never been warned about. Kefir in yogurt with bifidobacteria. Like you, I too believe for many years that a small cup of kefir before bed was one of the healthiest choices I could make. Good for digestion, I thought. Light, full of good bacteria, calming for the stomach. And in truth, during the day, kefir and yogurt are excellent for your gut. But my friend, as we age, the time of day we eat certain foods becomes just as important as the foods themselves. You see, at night, our kidneys and blood vessels are preparing to rest and restore. When we consume kefir or yogurt right before bed, two things happen. The extra fluid puts quiet pressure on the kidneys, forcing them to work harder during hours when they should be recovering. The protein load requires additional filtration, which adds to that strain. Over time, this can lead to mild but persistent swelling, especially in the legs, ankles, and lower abdomen. Now you might ask, Doctor, what does this have to do with my reproductive health? Quite a lot, actually, because when your body retains fluid and circulation slows down, the blood flow to your intimate areas weakens. Over time, that means softer erections, less firmness, and increasing difficulty maintaining intimacy. Let me share a real example from my practice. One of my patients, Leonard, was a strong man, 70 years old, retired firefighter. He came to me not complaining of his digestion, but of something many men hesitate to admit. Doc, I feel more bloated lately. My energy's off, and intimacy with my wife just isn't what it used to be. We traced back his habits and discovered that for years, Leonard had enjoyed a large glass of kefir every single evening, thinking it was helping him wind down for sleep. When we simply moved that kefir to his breakfast routine instead, something wonderful happened. The swelling eased. His nighttime sleep improved. His energy in the bedroom quietly returned. Small change. Powerful result. My friend, your body is not broken. It's simply asking you to adapt, to adjust with wisdom that comes only from years of experience. That's not weakness, it's strength. And very soon, I will reveal the most dangerous fruit to avoid at night, one that surprises even many doctors. So stay with me, because this knowledge may help protect your health for years ahead. And before we continue, I would love for you to share in the comments. Do you have any small habits at night you thought were harmless? Let's learn from each other and support our brothers who are walking this same journey. Now, let's move forward to yet another very common nighttime mistake that may be quietly draining your testosterone and damaging your intimate health. At this stage of life, we fight for every ounce of strength, energy, and confidence we still possess. And when it comes to our intimate health, every small detail matters more than it ever did before. That's why I want to talk to you today about something that might surprise many men. Green tea. For years, we've been told that green tea is one of the healthiest drinks on earth. And indeed, during the daytime, it offers many benefits: antioxidants, improved circulation, even a little boost in metabolism. But the problem begins when we drink green tea too late in the day, especially in the evening before bed. And here's why it can quietly work against your sexual health. Green tea contains caffeine. Even though it's less than coffee, it's still enough to disrupt two critical processes that your body depends on at night. First, it interferes with melatonin production, the very hormone that helps your body fall into deep, restorative sleep. Second, it affects tissue regeneration and recovery, including the tiny blood vessels and nerves that are directly responsible for keeping your erections firm and reliable. You see, while you're sleeping, your body is working behind the scenes, rebuilding blood vessel elasticity, restoring nerve sensitivity, rebalancing hormones like testosterone, supporting proper nitric oxide production, the very chemical that allows the penis to fill fully and stay firm. But when caffeine lingers in your system at night, all of this delicate repair work is interrupted. Here's the painful truth most men never hear. When your body can't properly recover overnight, your erections suffer. The firmness weakens. The duration shortens. The morning strength many men rely on becomes inconsistent. And slowly, night after night, what was once dependable turns into frustration and quiet disappointment. In simple words, green tea may calm your mind, but it weakens your firmness. And at our age, we don't need anything that robs us of our natural strength, especially while we sleep. Many men tell me, "But doctor, it helps me relax before bed." And I understand. I've heard that many times. But relaxation should never come at the cost of losing the very blood flow and tissue strength your body depends on for intimacy. My friend, I say this to protect you, not to criticize you. Small habits become major results over time. And often, it's the habits we think are harmless that slowly steal our confidence without us even realizing. But here's the good news. When you remove these small nighttime mistakes, your body often responds very quickly, as if it's been waiting for the opportunity to heal. And don't forget, very soon, I will reveal the most dangerous fruit to avoid before bed, one that silently undermines many men's vitality every night. And once again, my friend, tell me in the comments, do you have any evening drinks or routines that help you wind down? Let's share and support each other on this journey. Now, in the next part, we will take one step closer to the final and most dangerous food you must avoid at night to protect your strength, your testosterone, and your manhood. When we were younger, people warned us about whiskey, fast food, and wild nights. But now, in these years of wisdom, it's the small, innocent things, like a piece of dark chocolate before bed, that quietly become the unexpected troublemakers. Now, don't get me wrong. Dark chocolate can be healthy during the day. It's full of antioxidants. It can support circulation, even lift your mood a little. That's why many articles call it the healthy dessert. And believe me, I too enjoyed a small square after dinner, thinking I was making a smart, responsible choice. But once again, the timing is everything. You see, dark chocolate, especially the stronger varieties, still contains a small but very real amount of caffeine and theobromine, natural stimulants that don't belong anywhere near your bloodstream before sleep. And here's where the problem starts for us men, especially those who want to maintain strong, reliable erections. These stimulants quietly interfere with your body's nighttime hormone repair and regeneration. They blunt your production of melatonin, disturbing your deep sleep cycles where testosterone is naturally restored. And they prevent your vascular system, especially the small arteries that fill the penis, from fully relaxing and repairing overnight. In simple terms, that little piece of dark chocolate may taste smooth, but it leaves your firmness soft. Now, let me tell you a little story, something that still makes me smile. A few years ago, I attended a men's health conference in Florida. During a panel discussion, one older gentleman in the audience, probably in his late 70s, stood up and asked a question. He said, "Doc, I've cut out the red meat. I walk every morning, I drink my water, but why is it that after I eat my little square of dark chocolate at night, my wife says I become more romantic, but less reliable?" The whole room chuckled, even the doctors. And I said to him, "Sir, you've described the problem perfectly. Chocolate may warm the heart, but it weakens the hydraulics." We all laughed, but the lesson was clear. Even the smallest habits, done at the wrong time, can quietly rob us of our masculine strength. My friend, I share this not to scare you, but because I want you to win. You deserve to feel proud, strong, and fully present with your partner, not frustrated by small mistakes no one ever warned you about. And now, we are getting very close. Before we finish, my friend, I want to leave you not only with warnings, but with hope, because knowledge is not meant to create fear, but to give us power over our own health. Let's first talk about what you can safely eat before bed. Small, simple foods that actually support your male reproductive health as you sleep. A handful of almonds or walnuts, rich in healthy fats, magnesium, and small amounts of zinc, which is critical for testosterone production and prostate health. Just a few nuts can help support your hormones and relax your nervous system before bed. A small serving of pumpkin seeds. They're full of zinc and antioxidants that nourish your prostate and help your testosterone stay balanced. A few slices of avocado. Avocados contain healthy fats and potassium, which support heart health and blood flow, both of which are essential for maintaining strong, reliable erections as you age. A cup of warm chamomile tea without caffeine. Unlike green tea, Chamomile gently soothes the body, reduces inflammation, and helps with deep restorative sleep that your testosterone and circulation rely on. A small piece of turkey or cottage cheese, if tolerated well. Both contain tryptophan, which supports melatonin production and helps your body repair itself naturally as you rest. These small, intentional choices before bed can quietly work for you, not against you, allowing your reproductive system, your hormones, and your confidence to remain strong as the years go by. Now, my friend, let me speak to you heart to heart in this final message. You, eh, we belong to a generation that was never really taught how to care for our bodies after 60. We were taught how to work hard, how to sacrifice, how to provide, how to endure. But no one pulled us aside and said, here's how you protect your vitality. Here's how you preserve your manhood. Here's how you continue to feel alive, confident, and proud long after your hair turns gray. So many men have suffered in silence, not because they've done something wrong, but because they were never given the simple truth about how the body changes with age. Small habits that once meant nothing in our 30s and 40s slowly become the quiet thieves of strength in our 60s and 70s. But here's what I want you to know. It's never too late. The moment you open your mind to learning, adapting, and respecting your body's needs, even now, you begin to reclaim your power. I've seen it happen thousands of times in my practice. Men who felt hopeless, who thought their best years were behind them, who made just a few small changes and suddenly found that spark returning. Stronger erections, restored intimacy, clearer thinking, steadier energy, and perhaps most importantly, renewed confidence. Not the confidence of youth, but the deeper, quieter confidence that comes with wisdom. The confidence of a man who knows his body, respects its limits, and works with it, not against it. My friend, you're not broken. You're not too old. Your body still holds tremendous ability to heal, to strengthen, and to support your desire for connection, intimacy, and pride. But it requires you to become your own best ally, to pay attention, to listen to what your body is quietly telling you, and to take action with care. I say this with great respect. We don't need more pills. We don't need more quick fixes. We need understanding. We need truth. And we need simple, natural habits that support the remarkable systems already built inside us. As long as you have breath in your lungs and a desire in your heart, your story is not over. Your intimacy can still flourish. Your erections can still be strong. Your relationship, whether with a partner or with yourself, can still be rich, meaningful, and deeply satisfying. You are not past your prime. You are simply entering a new chapter. A chapter where wisdom guides your strength. A chapter where small daily choices, like what you eat at night, quietly shape your future. So as you finish watching this video, I invite you to do one simple thing. Make one small change tonight. Just one. Skip the honey. Save the kefir for the morning. Trade the green tea for chamomile. Set aside the dark chocolate for earlier in the day. Choose one better habit before bed. Your body will feel it. Your confidence will feel it. And over time, you may be amazed at how much life still remains for you to enjoy. Thank you, my friend, for sharing this time with me. I speak to you not just as a retired doctor, but as a man who has walked this road alongside thousands of other good men who simply wanted to feel strong again. Now, I would love to hear from you. What change are you most willing to make starting tonight? Share in the comments. Your story may inspire another man watching this video who needs that little push of hope. Stay strong. Stay wise. Stay proud. Your best years may still be waiting for you.